Hey, Walking Dead fans, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well out there. This will be a video asking the question, did the CRM, which is the Civic Republic military, a military branch of the Civic Republic, one of the groups, 3 ring groups, are they remnants of the old government or military? So as we've talked about in previous videos, there's 3 groups, 3 circles represents 3 groups, and the Civic Republic is just one of those 3 groups. The other is Portland, I'm thinking Oregon, and the other is Campus Colony, which is Omaha, Nebraska. We see the kids from the show World Beyond. That's where they're coming from, starting their adventure. So the CRM, the military branch of the Civic Republic military, I'm sure some of them, many of them, could be remnants of the military. Some of the 3 groups, the 3 communities, Portland, Omaha, and Civic Republic, they could be remnants of some of the government, some of the military, but I don't think it's a direct branch from that. And that's just indications. That's some theory and a little bit of indications of just from the show and what the actors and showrunners and stuff like that have said. I know there's a lot of theories out there. You guys have a lot of different theories on what this could be, how it will end up, and no problem with that. I have theories as well. But just looking at the indicators, it points to, yeah, there may be some people that used to be in the military, but it's not necessarily the old military just rising up into this new thing. But as we know and talked about it in different ways in different videos, there was Operation Cobalt. We saw it in Fear the Walking Dead, and we saw it in The Walking Dead. Shane and Lori, he grabbed Lori and Carl and went toward what the radio broadcast was saying, come to the city, come to this safe zone. The military set up this place in Atlanta. Well, that happened all across the country, but then they realized those safe zones were getting overrun. The military was getting overrun in all of them, so they implemented Operation Cobalt, which could have been, the safe zones could have been in that plan, but somewhere in that plan it also said if they all get overrun, draw back, pull the military out, any important personnel, and bomb the cities, kill as many walkers as you can. And that's what happened. Shane saw it. Shane and Lori witnessed it at Atlanta. So the big question is, the big question that we've asked again, like I say, in all kinds of ways, what happened to the military after Operation Cobalt? Where did they go? Where did they regroup at? Was it several places, a few different bases? Was it a group of ships? One base in particular? What happened then? Well, all indications from the show anyway, as far as the Walking Dead story, Robert Kirkman's story, the military got overrun not only in the cities Operation Cobalt happened, but it seemed like they got overrun before they really got formed back together again. Even if they did end up at a base, that base ended up getting overrun really fast, as did the medical, the police, and everything else in the Walking Dead story. Let's check out what Isabellas said in Fear the Walking Dead, the place I'm from. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm not going to tell you what it's called, but there is something I will tell you. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than all of us. And we're the past. And right now, it's the only thing that matters. So, she's saying that, and we're the past. So that's what points me toward, okay, what makes us the past? Well, people at this point, they're infected. Everybody's infected. If you die, you reanimate, unless brain trauma, stabbed in the head, shot in the head, whatever it may be. If you die, you reanimate, and that's the scary part of just, being on a ship or being in a encampment or in closed walls. Anybody could die in the middle of the night and all that. Everything just erupts. So is her future a future that people, when they die, they won't reanimate? Is that what they're trying to cure, that part of it? You die, we just cured it, we fixed it. And I figure that's what they're after. There's just a lot of theories about what it could be, what they're doing, what they're experimenting on. But Isabella went on to say, Al, you don't want to go there. If someone finds the tape and figures out how to read the map, it will make what we have, what we're working towards, vulnerable. This isn't about me or Beckett. This is about the future and rebuilding what we all once had. I will die here if I have to. She said that they're making sure that there's people around to hear the stories that Al wants to tell one day. So you have to make sure there's people around to hear them one day, she said. So that's what they're doing. That's the experiment. And everything just seems to point to its possibly corporation, possibly a little government, possibly a little military. Like there's a lot of elements in there and not necessarily just one and not predominantly just one. Like, hey, the military after Operation Cobalt went to this base and everybody gathered together and they thought, hey, let's form this Civic Republic and try to cure the world. And just a couple other things to throw out there to think about in all of this. You got the character Huck in World Beyond, and she was a former Marine sniper. She had her unit, things going on. I hope we find more about it in flashbacks in the show. But she was then lost, she says, out in the wilderness and stuff for a year or something like that. And then she finds Campus Colony and becomes a member of that. So that kind of tells you a little bit, or me anyway, with other clues, that the military was together, but then shortly after, seemingly, Operation Cobalt, it all just kind of went away, disbanded, everybody on their own kind of thing. So then you've got the character Silas as well, and you think he's a 17-year-old dude and just some shy, shunned type person in the community, but he's actually from Civic Republic. 1 year earlier, prior to where we come into the show, he comes from Civic Republic to Campus Colony to be a janitor. He was transferred, and it said that he has some kind of violent past. He committed some type of violent offense and was transferred away from the community. And we don't know what he did, but it says he was a member of the CRM. He was actually a soldier, 17 years old or 16 years old, 15 years old. You know, it's crazy. What kind of philosophy do these people do? And are they soldiers from, that young? That's crazy. Because once he gets there, people heard the rumor that he did something crazy or violent, and so they added more and more rumors to that. So he's just a totally shunned, shy person. And from the interviews on Comic-Con, he says he's not that person at all, and we'll get to see that play out. So a lot of interesting aspects in all of this to see, was it the military or the government, and how much of that does play into it. I think Portland may even be the place where they make all the food. Campus Colony is more of an education science place, maybe, but then, of course, CRM, Civic Republic, is the military and real crazy sci-fi experiment type stuff. I mean, I don't know. It raises the question, does the other two communities know what is happening to people like Rick and where Rick is going and what's happening to the people being traded, the A's and the B's and stuff like that? Does everybody know what's up? The secrets that Isabel said, hey, we got to burn the tape, we got to burn the body, we got to do this and that to hide our tracks. They're being so secretive and kill anybody that even knows about them. Does even Portland and Campus Colony know what's up? A lot of big questions. Let's continue that discussion down in the comments below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Dead Stuff.